Fishermen in Maui were caught in a conflict between having to be out fishing while also needing time to sell their catch. They were also at the mercy of local markets that could dictate prices. A small group of fishermen banded together to come up with a creative solution to their problem.
For me, I was the very first to fish over here, the very first. Then, of course, with the other two guys, I made this club. And we are registered with the state. We are the only one doing that.
Because there was at a point where if you go to a market and you try to sell them and you don't like the price, well, they tell you, hey, if you don't like it, go somewhere else. And the guy just could make one phone call, and there's no place else you could go other than a camp and sell your fish, because the other markets, they get the call and they say, hey, even if we need the fish, we don't want it. It was either we band together or they continue doing whatever they want, giving us whatever price they want.
So all this started, what year started? 1968 when Bill, you folks first put in?
Actually, I started the club.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we had a meeting, informal meeting at his house in Kihei in Halama Street. In fact, that's where it was. And that's where Bill put in money, right?
Well, only three of us.
Yeah, Bill and Bobby and
Balthazar. I asked them to give me $100 apiece.
Yeah.
So I can get my attorney to make out the thing.
Yeah, that was the very start of the co-op. We're the only fishing co-op in the state of Hawaii, I think.
But the reason for the co-op was to have one place to sell our fish. That will make you unload everything to one place.
When I first started fishing, I'm going to start fishing, bottom fishing, as a part-time, but I need some place to sell. I joined the club. We all go out on a Friday afternoon, come home Sunday, and we had one place to sell the fish. I never had the experience of dealing with markets or what. It was always there. I was satisfied with what I get then.
But it's changed so many times already. Yeah.
From a co-op standing, it's turned more into a club standing, but we still have that part that we can still hold a contract with one of the wholesalers. But the wholesalers still kind of like leery. They say we're going to overfish, flood them out. I say, no way, not the highliners, so most of them all, giving up already. They're getting old.
At one time, we had at least, 5 sampans or so? Yeah.
The whole sampan row was out there.
Now, today, there's 0. These two guys just retired. Bill got his boat on the trail in his yard. Sometimes we get carried away, start talking about old times, and then that becomes interesting, the way they fish, what they went through. Like, I remember one time Jimmy said he caught 1,000-pound paca, and guess what? His hands was bleeding. That's work. That's all hand, that's not machine. Nowadays, it's machine now, That's what we hear.
Your fingers were all, your fingers were all double-sized, swollen. I mean, it's completely line burned. All you couldn't. This is what we used to do. Okay, if you're catching a lot, say you caught a lot of fish. The fish stop biting. You stop. You go and rest. Okay, and then you're gonna try. When you go back and try and fish, you can't close your hands because there's so much line burns. So, this is the old days. What we dig is a bucket of salt water, and you go 1, 2, 3, and you shove your hand in. The scream, and then your hands get soft again. Now you can fish. But you're going to take that pain. I mean, that's before Solar Cane and all that kind of. After a while, we got smart. We started putting creams and putting on, and then, rather than shoving your hand in salt water. But back then that's the only thing we knew, and that's the only way you could get the grip on the line again, because you couldn't close your fingers.
We didn't use too much gloves before. We used a bicycle tube, and it works. Yeah.
So the new highliners, the younger generation, supposedly if they can start going fishing every weekend or whatever, they probably can do the same thing we did, the past 20 years ago. But from what I gather, from what we do on the corporate research, there's a lot of fish out there to be caught. But the industry has changed, the fleet has changed, the method is generally the same, but the techniques they're using is different. But you figure out they're still catching the same amount of fish. You know, if you go by catch per day, it's pretty close, within 50 pounds, I would say. So we still have a chance, but we don't have enough people actually fishing to flood any market.